Thank you for picking up the Sticks. This is episode 133, Sticks Gaming Podcast. I am Mike Kernett, back from the dead. To my right, it's Mike, stay Carnia.
What's going on?
To my left, Art, live from the German Room Rosian.
I wish I knew how to speak any German at all.
By the German words you do know, you probably shouldn't say. So...
Nine?
Yeah, no.
Dankeschön? Auf Wiedersehen?
Whoa.
Okay, all right.
Showing you up.
Keep going.
Bratwurst. Schnitzel.
Du hast.
I think that's Austrian, actually, Art. So.
Damn it. Close enough. They're neighbors.
Anyway.
Always been best friends.
So, yeah, we just figured out right before we recorded. I think this is the first time I've been on in about a month and a half because it was like 3 weeks in between. Then I was, on the East Coast doing my thing over there. And now I'm back. So it's nice to be back. And we're in Steak's new house. It's the German room.
It is the German
now and
room.
forever.
It is the German room.
Especially when we put steins up, we're going to put some nice blue and white checkered flags all across the roof.
That's
here.
right. We already got this gorgeous light fixture
Yeah, dude,
over here.
it is ambiance.
I'll bring you some German soccer jerseys. Hang on the wall.
Hey, man, we're gonna hang a big flag right there.
There we go.
Right there.
Who's the goalie they used to have? Kahn?
In
the World Cup like 20 years ago.
I
think Oliver Kahn was the guy's name.
There's no one in the world that's listening to this has any idea what you're talking about. I'm sure. What you do need is a long wooden table in here for the for Oktoberfest.
That's true. That's
That's
we
one
do.
thing you're missing out of here.
We do. I gotta work on that.
You should arrange a beer fest.
Ooh.
Yes.
You have to get the TV and the entertainment thing out of here, but
yeah, I was gonna say all this.
Or just have this be a seating area and outside.
So anyway, we're back together.
Lederhosen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna learn some more German words that just randomly spout out throughout podcasts.
Perfect. Anyway, sorry. So we had a Nintendo Direct last week, so we can go over that. We got some, always on-time announcements for PlayStation Plus and games with gold and stuff like that. We actually get a chance to talk to it ahead of schedule as opposed to 3 weeks in. Like
Pays to be a little late this time.
There we go. So, Steak, what you playing?
All right. So I've continued my Tales of Arise. I want to say I'm 16-ish hours into that now. Still fantastic. Still great. Still one of the, it was right now, still one of the best Tales games I've ever played. And it's in my GOTY.
Ooh, watch
It's
out.
in my GOTY running right now. It's in potential. So like I said, I am just, everything about that game is awesome. But so much has come out in the last couple of weeks that like I've kind of trailed from it, and I need to not do that. I need to force myself to stick with this and then come back to everything else that's been coming out. Because so now I've also played a bit here and there of these next few games. Kenna.
Okay.
Bridge of Spirits. So I've probably played an hour and a half ish of that. Cool. It looks fantastic. You could definitely tell it's an animation studio that worked on it.
Yeah, I don't think I ever realized this is their first game.
This is their first actual game. Yeah, they've always just done animation movies and stuff, and you could in the cutscenes, it's this is a fucking movie. It's crazy. And then even the game itself looks great. It looks fantastic. It has at the very beginning, it's very shallow, in terms of combat and stuff. It reminds me of and everyone has said this, and and I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why? This doesn't make any sense. But I'm and then I was thinking about it a little more. I'm like, all right, yeah, I kind of get, okay, I kind of do it now, with the whole PS2 kind of reference.
Yeah.
You feel like it's one of those PS2 action adventure games, remember if you remember back in the day, the first Jack and Daxter, where it's all right, it's very simplistic at first, and then but once you start building up your skills, it does grow from there. So I'm excited. I do want to dive back more into that as well. Then I know it's not a super long game, so so right now it's on the back burner just because it's one of those where it's I want to just sit down and play through it since I know it's not super long. I also have been playing Diablo 2 Resurrected on the Xbox.
Wait, I heard last week, because I did listen to most of the episode. So you talk about the punch card. Are you on the Microsoft points bandwagon now too?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like I find, well, here's the thing about that is like I have the intentions of being on it, and I still forget about it.
Well, it's
but like it's just like the weekly stuff and things like that. Like I've been trying to do that here and there. But yeah, I saw the punch card on there. I was like, well, 4,000 points. Fuck yeah. Like, that's awesome.
I will show you the way.
Excellent.
On Microsoft points if you're really going to be in. Like, honestly, like I miss a lot of days too, so I'm not. It's like some people are like militaristic on this thing. Like, they're every single day, every single point, every single everything. And it's like, I don't got time for that.
No.
But like, if I can, get some low hanging fruit here and there and make it a little bit easy here and there, like, yeah. I have enough. I already cashed in a $100 gift card. I started this last year in November, I think.
Nice.
So I'm almost a full year in. I already cashed a $100 gift card. I'm already over the next $100 gift card if I wanted to.
Jesus.
So I'm already into. I'm already working on my next one. I haven't redeemed it yet because I don't know what I'm going to buy with it. But because this word to the wise too, when you do redeem gift cards, they're only good for 3 months.
Okay.
That's like fine print.
That's good. That's good to know. Yeah. So I'm almost. I think right now I'm almost up to a $25. So I'm getting there. Yeah. But I mean, obviously the Diablo is a huge boost to 4,000. I mean, essentially that's you're basically getting $4 back. I'm like, right. I saw it and I was like, my buddy Foos, I think he's pretty good about it, and so he told me about it. I'm like, oh well, I plan on buying it. I better do that. Like, might as well get the $4 essentially.
Yeah, it's 91,000 points gets you a $100 gift card.
Nice.
So like, you kind of break that up, you get 4,000. That's more than $4.
Perfect. But yeah, so it was a little, I don't know, it was kind of weird when I first loaded up Diablo 2. Like, the frame rate felt weird, kind of off. Like, and like I was kind of doing a little research, and everyone was saying the same thing, like, for the Series X. Like, it was like something just felt off. Like, it wasn't running at a 60 frames. But it wasn't also 30 either. It was like something weird. Like, it was like kind of a little jarring at times. And then, of course, it's not Diablo anymore without a servers issue where, so if you were playing an online character, which of course I was, because that's, if you want to do cross progression, you have to have an online character. And all the servers went down like that first day.
Well, that's part of like any launch program nowadays. Like your servers just are broke and
which is
and
ridiculous.
It's part of any launch period.
Well, it happened with like you would figure like that whatever that new Amazon MMO that just got.
Oh, I heard that's like a
New World.
Or
yeah,
whatever.
so like New World is just like you have like server farms.
Amazon has servers. That's one thing they do have.
You have the web service like the AWS. Like
right.
They have a whole thing, a whole branch of their business.
I think what's the stupid number? Like they host like 80% of the web pages in the world or something.
Oh yeah, it's something insane. Yeah.
But they ain't got that.
Anyway. I don't know. That's great. It's unbelievable. So which was stupid. So I was like, I saw that it was going on and everything. So I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna play for a couple of days. But I'm like halfway through the quest in Act 1. So I really haven't had a chance to really sit down and really play. But like the little bit there was one night where I played for like a good 3 hours straight. I was like nonstop. I was like, oh man, awesome. I'm like, okay, this is. I have to be prepared. If I'm going to turn this on, this is what I'm doing. Like when I play that, and it's Diablo 2, so it's like I'm not in a rush to play through it. You know what I mean? It's one of those. It's like where I'll just play it here and there.
Smell the roses.
Exactly. And then last but not least, very briefly because I've not played that much. I think I just went over the 2-hour mark of it. Lost Judgment.
Okay.
So the new in the Yakuza world game looks awesome. I love the characters from, it was great. Nice to see some of the characters coming back from the last game and the way they were interacting instantly. I'm like, oh, I kind of miss this. I miss this. Like, yeah, I'm ready to get back into this. Really cool too. Cause I actually kind of love how the company does this is so you start off in Camarocho and then you go into the Enter the Dragon world. So I forget, I'm blanking right now on the name, the city's name.
I only played 100 hours of it.
Yeah, I know.
I can't remember.
Same.
Oh my god.
But I love. But they tend to do that with a lot of their games where they'll build because they built this whole city. Let's bring it back. Like, why not?
Yukihiro?
Yeah, something like that sounds really close. If it's not it sounds really close.
I'm gonna need a minute.
Okay. But so it's cool. Like so now I'm like playing with these characters like in that universe, like in that in that city, and it's like this is kind of nice to be in here, but like you're in a different time frame of that universe now because it's not the same time as everyone as Ichiban and stuff like that. So I am kind of curious though to see. I have a feeling there's going to be references. Mm-hmm. I just have that gut feeling like eventually they're going to make some references and stuff. So I'm kind of curious to see what that's going to be like.
That's not what it was based off of. I don't even know what it's called.
But yeah, like I said, I'm super pumped to dive back into
Yokohama District.
Yokohama District. There we go.
Like the Tigers.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think I'm going to put everything like these ones on hold. Go back. Let's finish up Tales of Arise. I think I'm about halfway through that right now. So it's like I want to get through that. Force, that's a force, but it's like I got to stick to something because I do have so much good stuff to play. So it's like one of those where it's like, I got too much good. Like it's not like where it's like, I got this really good game and I got these couple others. So I'm like, yeah, I want to dab in here and there, but it's like, no, I want to. I have a really. These are all games I could dive many hours into.
Right.
All right, what you playing?
I've been playing Deathloop.
Ooh, all right.
I like the game. I'm still not sure how much I like it. If it's just like, it's okay, or if it's really good. I feel like the gameplay doesn't really line up with what they showed in all their little teaser videos. Like in the teaser videos, it seemed like they were showing these like their animated scenes. It seemed like you were running down a corridor and like fighting off guys.
Right.
And that's not it at all.
Okay.
It's so you're stuck on this island called Black Rock. You're stuck in a time loop. Well, knew that. Well, the time loop part, not the Black Rock part.
That was a death loop.
What?
Don't mind me. Keep going.
Go back to New Jersey.
No, never mind. I was gonna say something bad. I'm not gonna say anything. Keep going.
I want what you're gonna say after we're done here. And there's 4 areas on the island, but there's different objectives you have to do in each area based on different times. There's 4 times of the day. So it's like you go to one area, you go in, and you do whatever you have to do. If you get out, that was your morning. Then you proceed to, I think it's like midday, they call the next one. And then you can choose to go to another place, but it's like you can only do certain things in certain areas at certain times.
Okay.
And to break the loop and get out, you have to kill the 8 quote-unquote visionaries, which I guess they're not really boss characters because they have abilities, but they're not like overpowering abilities.
Okay.
And the visionaries are they almost throw like a Mega Man type wrench into it. Like they have what's called a slab, and that it contains whatever their unique ability is. So you go fight one, you kill them, you take their slab, and then you can have that power.
Oh, that's cool.
It's not totally like Mega Man. You can't have all 8 powers. I think you're limited to 2 at a time.
Okay.
But the visionaries are only in certain areas and accessible at certain times of the day. So you have to try to go through and figure out how do I get all 8 of them in one day. So it's interesting. You go through the game and there's like little quests, and you go and you find intel, and it gives you a clue like, hey, you need to go unlock this thing to get parts of a password to get into this room. That'll tell you how to get, give you a clue on how to get all the visionaries in the same place at the same time, or 2 of them in a place at a time, because if you only have 4 options, you're going to need to kill 2 of them,
right?
In one session. And the first ability you get is it's called Reprise, which basically means you can die up to 3 times before you're dead for the and you go back to the beginning.
Okay.
There's other abilities you pick up that allow you to it's called infusing weapons, and what that does is when if you die and start over, or if you get to the end of the day and start over, you get to keep those weapons.
Okay.
So it kind of has some of that roguelike mechanics, but not, you can get around it if you use that infuse ability, which is helpful, because it would be really annoying to get to like the last part. You've killed 6 of the guys and then you lose everything. That may not be the case. I mean, if you die on that day, you would have to go through and probably kill all 6 guys again. Not probably. You will have to go through and do everything over again. But it's like
100%.
Yes, you will.
Yeah. There's no like. That's exactly what it is. It's picking up more last night when I played, but I know a lot in the promo material. So again, they talked about how there's the sniper Juliana, and she pops into your game and she tries to kill you. And so I've played the game I think I sat down and played like 4 times now for an hour or 2 each time. The first 3 times she only showed up once total, and it was like the tutorial, like, hey, this could happen.
Sure.
And, you jumped in, you killed her, and like the next bunch of times I didn't see her at all. I'm like, huh, I guess I really oversold that. Last night she showed up like 3 times.
Are you playing with the AI version of her or the online version of her?
The AI version. There's no way in hell I'm playing against other people.
Just asking.
But when she shows up, she does carry one of those slabs. It's a random one from one of the bosses, and you kill her, and you can take that, and if you want to keep it to the next playthrough, you can infuse it and things like that. But it's really interesting. It's not holding your hand, but it's also not making you just wing it and figure it out on your own and recognize patterns. Like there is like documents you pick up that flat out say like, this is the passcode for this. Or, the one thing I'm trying to get into this room now, there's 3 parts of the passcode, and you have to get them from 3 different areas on the island. And so every time you go in there, okay, here's part of the passcode, here's part of the passcode. I haven't gone and gotten the 3rd one yet, but I like it so far. It's looking at how long it'd be. The reason I got it was it's not a very long game. I think on there it was like 14 hours or something. I'm like, I can blow through this real quick. And but yeah, it's really interesting. I haven't used the powers that much. I'm starting to do that more because as you go through the time periods in the day, it gets more difficult. So like morning is real easy. Night is, everyone's on alert and, kind of looking out for you.
Yeah.
And you can play it kind of however you want. You can run and gun if you want, which is hard because it does not take a lot for you to die. Or you can play stealthy and, sneak up on people and kill them with your machete, or the stealth gun in that game is a nail gun.
Nice.
I like it.
So you can shoot people in the back of the head with a nail gun from range. But yeah, it's so far I like it. It's interesting. That's all I got.
All right. So you think I've been gone for very long. You think I have a lot to play. But again,
No.
I had everything all hooked up. Like, all right, I'm going to do some remote play here. But the hotel Wi-Fi was useless.
Oh, that
So-
sucks.
The entire time I was gone, I didn't play anything. But before I left, I had some credit, and I ended up, and they had a used version of Returnal at Disc Replay.
Yep.
I was like, what the heck? It cost me $10 to try it. Yep, that game's not for me. I should have known better. I know better. Roguelites, just not like either, just not for me.
I feel like I tried to tell you.
Am I? Oh, you did. Am I really soft, or is that just?
I don't know. I'm still trying to determine.
You're soft.
Is this better?
Do it like that, maybe. There you go.
All right. Sorry. So yeah, I was saying I got Returnal. It's just totally not for me. You literally said that in the podcast I was on. He's like, if you don't like Hades, you're not gonna like Returnal. I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna try it anyway.
I'll show you.
They're like, oh no, he was right.
I've said how much I hate these games for the past 5 years, but I'll show you.
He was right. My bad. Yeah, it's one of those things where like it's just not for me. Like I understand a lot of people do. I can understand why a lot of people love it and like it, and I respect like how nice it looked and how good it looked. I understand, the difficulty spike on there, but it's just like I don't want to do this again. It was just like Hades. Like I don't want to do this again. So there was that. More Madden. Still waiting for the recruiting update to hit. Sometime it got pushed back to sometime in September to sometime in October, and now it's just
I believe I want to see it.
right. So I'm essentially just waiting for that at this point to jump back in and try that. I just keep finding more and more things that just piss me off about that game.
It's, I did play a little Madden. I'm gonna chime in here. So what I tried doing was just going through and simming, just managing a team. Like I'd make the draft picks, sign free agents, and just sim the games, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna tear a franchise down to the studs and rebuild. So I took the Lions because they're pretty trashy.
I did the same thing with the Texans.
And I played through, sim through the first year, and I traded away. I set rules myself. I'm like, I can only keep up to 2 people on offense and defense.
Okay.
And I traded everyone away, and got a bunch of draft picks and drafted players, and I got fired after the second season. I
gotta turn that off. You gotta turn off firing, man.
I set a goal of 4 wins, which is the lowest goal they'll let you set. I had 5 wins, and they fired me before the end of the year.
You gotta turn it off. If you unless you're literally in the playoffs, they fire you every time. You gotta turn it off.
Then the other thing was there's a guy on Twitch who streams. He was playing it, and he had that on, and he won the Super Bowl 2 years and went I think he said like 6-11 next year, and they fired him.
It's really remarkable how dumb the game is. Like, I was like, I did the same thing where I wanted to sim my first season, and they just kept winning. Like my team, I didn't just like no, I was the Texans. I traded away.
It's Major League.
I traded away for Watson because I think that was like legitimate. I traded to somebody. I forget who it was. Long story, none of that matters. But I was starting my backup, my third string quarterback, and I'm still winning games. So I really think, like I said this last year too. I really think that based on the overall of the game, like how the game launched, like it doesn't matter what moves were made, whatever those teams were overall, like those are what they use to predict the simulated wins and losses.
Yeah.
Because I can't understand how I have literally no one on offense and I'm scoring like 35, 40 points a game when I'm sitting, when I have no one out there at all that should be doing anything.
Yeah, that's messed up.
They don't count yards after catch at all. If you go in
That's
if
weird.
you go in their stats, they're always 0. And like if you're doing like when ours says you always play just offense, right?
Yeah.
You know, so when you're doing the defense and it's showing little bars as it's going along, it'll be like 3rd and 4, and they'll do a 3-yard pass, and then it'll be 1st and 10, but it could because they didn't include the yardage in it. It's like just where he caught the ball. So like all the yak is not calculated whatsoever. Throwing the ball away, if you hit the throw the ball away button and you're in the pocket, you get a flag automatically, even if you have a receiver in the area.
Oh yeah. Huh.
All the time. It is
That's
maddening.
ridiculous.
So
I've never tried that, but
I kind of did. I honestly I thought I was out of the pocket, and I just hit the R3 button, and I threw it over the head. I mean, it was over the head. It was uncatchable, but it was over the head of a receiver over there. And the flag was on the ground before the ball was even like out of the pocket. Like I hit the button, and the flag thing came off. So I'm like, can we see if it's going to be within 5 yards of one of my receivers?
they know. They know.
It was just like it was unbelievably frustrating. I had to turn defensive interceptions down to like 30 because like it's like if anyone if they get their arms on the ball, there is going to be a pick.
Yeah.
I'm putting up Jameis Winston numbers every year I play that game.
It is
40 touchdowns and 29 interceptions.
It is, and I'm seeing animations that I never see my guys do, like on defense, like ever. Like I don't know what these guys like. I don't know what is going on. No wide receiver ever fights for the ball. Like they never step in front of a pass. Like ever. All these things never ever happen. It's very poor. Done talking about Madden. I do want to talk about a game I really liked. Have you guys heard of the Forgotten City?
I've heard of it.
Sounds
I
familiar.
don't know. I could if you quiz me, I couldn't tell you what it was about.
Okay.
Yeah.
It came out about a month or two ago. I think it's now just coming to PlayStation consoles. It was on Xbox. Originally, this game was a Skyrim mod, and as a Skyrim mod, won some awards. Like it won I think it may even been BAFTAs, maybe.
Oh, wow.
One some non bullshit award.
Yeah.
Like they won for the writing. So they ended up breaking it away and making a standalone game. So it feels just like Skyrim does, like when you're interacting with other characters. It does like it zooms into their face and you're talking, you have choices.
Yep.
So like that is just like that. But the premise of the game is you through a series of events stumble across ancient city that's been underground it's ruins now. So it was about 2,000 years ago. People lived in this town underground. It was Roman inspired town. So it was in the Roman times. And these small group of people, it's like under 30s, like 27, 26, something like that, amount of people were living in this underground city, kind of like a utopia state. And they get to stay in this utopia state as long as they didn't didn't break what's called the golden rule. And it's kind of ambiguous what the golden rule is. So it's like kind of sin, kind of like not doing unto others as you want done unto you. It's kind of vague, not exactly sure how it happens, but the very first time you're walking through the city, there's gold statues everywhere. Those gold statues were people who broke the golden rule that's in the past. So if one person breaks the golden rule, everyone in the city gets turned into gold.
Interesting.
Oh.
So that's the whole thing. So it's just like, and you end up going through a time warp when you go to this land. You go back to 2,000 years ago with all those people in present tense. You get sent to speak to the magistrate, who's kind of like the mayor of the little town. And he's just like, okay, if you're here right now, that means I created a time portal to send you here, which means someone's going to break the golden rule. So you need to go find out who's going to break the golden rule and report back to me or stop them. and that's how the game starts off.
That's pretty interesting.
It is very cool. So like you don't have a ton of people to interact with. There's a lot to do in that time period.
Yeah.
The map is relatively small, which actually works for this because people do move around, and you can kind of follow them throughout their day. But if someone breaks the golden rule, everyone starts turning to gold, and I need to run back to the temple where I got jettisoned into this time period. So the magistrate can do the spell that causes the time loop that lets me go back into the time loop, goes back to the beginning of my time there. So there's a time loop mechanic there too. So like if someone breaks the golden rule, like if I break the golden rule, like if I tell someone I'm going to kill you, which breaks the golden rule, the magistrate runs to the temple, does the spell, creates the time portal. I go back into the time portal. I go back to where I was at the very beginning of time, of my time there, and no one remembers me. But obviously I remember all the stuff that I did. So that's how you kind of progress along the way too. Okay, and like the very first guy you meet there, his name is Galerius, and when you meet him, like the 5th time you go through a time, would be like, all right, Galerius, here's like the 6 things you need to go do. Go do them. He's like, I don't know who you are, but all right. So he goes and like does these 6 things that you already did. So like those things get accomplished right away without you having to redo them again. It is so well put together, and so ultimately logical and like this like illogical science fiction type of loop and time period and gold statues and all this nonsense. On top of being written unbelievably well. The twists near the end are very cool, and then there are 4 endings. I actually got all 4 of them, and like they actually call it the canon ending. The canon ending is amazing. Like it is so satisfying. It's so cool. It's such a neat idea. I got all 4 endings probably in a grand total of like 10 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
So like you can start
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and you start the game. You can pick one of 4 classes. I don't remember all of them, but like there's like archaeologist. So you have like more talking points based on like Roman mythologies and Roman architecture and whatever it is. Like you find more talking points. They'll say like archaeologists. When you do it, you have one where you can be. I forget what he was, but you can get a gun with only 10 bullets. Like you only have 10 bullets throughout the whole playthrough because obviously you're not going to be able to find bullets 20,000 or 2,000 years ago.
Sure.
The other one where you can like run faster and whatever. So like there's little bits of that in there too. Where you can kind of just guide your playthrough that way. But it sounds like there's like a lot of things to do there, but they do guide you very well in like the quest log. So there's like the main quest. There's 3 or 4 different main quests on there. And then those main quests can actually get you to an ending pretty quickly if you do it right away, or ultimately gets you to one of the endings. And you have a little mini quest down the way that kind of gets you inching towards the main thing. And you do everything from like preventing suicides, changing because there's an election for the magistrate, so you got like change the election, find out where these missing people went. Like there's all kinds of stuff. So like all these people are trapped there based for the golden rule because they can't leave because it also angers the gods. But like people and you can't even like say God's names out loud because blasphemy, that breaks the golden rule, they think. But no one really knows, right? Because once you break the golden rule, you're all screwed.
Right.
So what actually breaks the golden rule and who actually breaks the golden rule is like the main mystery behind it. And can these people actually get out of there? It's super neat. It was, I think, $30. I think it's still $30. I don't think it's gone on sale yet. I got on that like summer spotlight sale. At the
okay. Yeah.
So it was very, very neat, very, very cool. I just love like, I don't know. This is like this might be their first game. Well, it's first like full-fledged like full release game. I think
right.
The studio that did it. But going from like Skyrim mod to like full-fledged game and be something. I mean, this is like the year of time loops, right? You got Deathloop. You got this. You got 12 minutes and like and Returnal was also another time loop. So it was just like this is the year for that, but this is like doing it in a very interesting way, where there is combat in there, but it's super limited, and most of it is optional. But just like all the different stories that get interwoven in this small space with these small amount of characters is brilliant, and I absolutely loved it. So I would definitely recommend The Forgotten City. I think it's definitely on Xbox now. Is where I played it. It's Series X, the whole deal, so it looks pretty too. I think it's coming to the PlayStation sometime soon, so keep your eye out for that. Forgotten City, great game.
Nice.
All right, Steak. What's coming on next couple weeks?
All right.
There's some things on the way.
We got some big ones.
I know.
It's gonna be an expensive company. So October 1st. Let's kick off strong here, guys. October 1st, FIFA 2022.
Yeah.
Unlock the Oliver Kahn card in FIFA Ultimate Team.
That's right.
I still know who that is.
He was a goalkeeper for Germany. Ask your brother about him. He'll probably remember.
You probably only gotta spend
Shit.
you only gotta spend probably like $100 in the Legends packs.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
it. That's it.
in the
For a
mud
chance.
version.
That's it.
For a chance, yeah. Coming out for PC, Switch. Don't forget, Switch is always the Legacy Edition, so it's not worth it. PS4, PS5, Xbox, and Stadia. Forgot that was a thing.
Who at Stadia is still going strong in late 2021? Not me.
Nope. Not at all.
Define strong.
Still,
Shit coming out.
Still alive.
Still alive, and new stuff still coming out. On October 5th, Alan Wake remastered for PC, PS4, PS5, and Xbox.
I wish I would have included the DLC, the American Nightmare, because I never played that, and that would give me a reason just to buy it and play it again. Because I've never played the DLC. But Alan Wake's great. I love it.
Well, it's a little worrisome because it's only $30 too, and people have said it's not it improves stuff, but it's not as much as people are kind of hoping. From, what I was reading about it,
I'm sure it's 4K textures.
Well,
I'm sure
right.
no loading times. I'm sure it's that kind of an upgrade as opposed to Resident Evil 2, where it's
right.
basically a different game.
No, for sure. And this is the first time for PlayStation owners, isn't it?
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah, it's the first time for PlayStation owners, so good for them.
For them.
I might try it again when it goes on sale. I didn't care for it the first time, but that was so honestly, it was one of those things where I remember I didn't care for it. It was so long ago, and I don't remember a thing about the game.
Until you threw if it goes on sale, and I was about to yell at you. I was going to say, you just told us how you have too many good games to play now.
That's why. No, that's why. It's this. It's $30 when it's 10.
Yeah.
That is when I will pick it up. So we're looking
So
probably at least
Black
a year,
Friday.
year and a half. Oh, maybe Black Friday. Who knows? Yeah.
I'm trying to think how quick Control went on sale.
Control on sale Black Friday.
There you go.
Remember, I kind of remember everyone. No, it went on sale 2 days after it came out. I remember people got pissed.
Yeah, it was something
because
stupid.
it was $10 off 2 days after it came out everywhere.
Yeah, it was something weird like that. I remember that too.
Yeah, so that game dropped very quick. It got on sale very quick.
Did you play any more Control?
No.
Okay.
I gotta dive back into that one of these days.
I gotta try. I have the Ultimate Edition on. I think it came with PlayStation Plus.
PlayStation Plus. That's why I'm playing it.
That's
on.
what
So
it was playing,
I should just boot it up and just have a look at it because the game was pretty on PS4.
All right, yeah. Also on October 5th, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania for PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, and Xbox.
Need more manias in my life.
That's another wait for sale game for me.
WrestleMania.
Kiro, Kiro's in
Stranglemania.
it, so, yeah. October 7th, Far Cry 6. PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox, and Stadia.
See?
And then that's what I need to beat Deathloop before.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trading my Xbox credits for, I think. I'm going to get this one on Xbox this time around. But
I wanted it on Xbox, but I got into that
Oh, you got the deal.
that
the gold edition for like $60
on
yeah.
Amazon for PS5, and I'm like, well,
Yeah,
that's where I'm getting it.
That's same. Yeah, same.
do you see the weird thing that the Far Cry 6 won't have ray tracing on a Series X or PS5?
I just saw something about that
only
today.
on PC.
Yep.
It's weird. I don't know. I mean, I guess sure, fine, but I don't know. It just seems like a weird choice that not have it on the
I
next-gen
agree.
consoles.
Honestly, though, with the way Ubisoft's been kind of treating some of their next gen games, I wouldn't be surprised a year from now they add it.
Oh
Or
yeah,
something like that. Because Watch Dogs had it initially, but it wasn't great. But I still have Watch Dogs Legions from when I bought it for $20 when it was dirt cheap. There's another one 3 months after it came out. I bought it for $20. But then I know they've released some patches, and I guess it's it works way better.
and
now.
they released a whole the multiplayer thing as an free add-on. So yeah, maybe they will add it later on.
Yeah,
If they could not have any trophies in multiplayer this time, that'd be awesome.
that would be fantastic.
Pretty sure that's what stopped me from getting the plat in the last two Far Cry games.
Well, unfortunately, they'll never do that as long as there's multiplayer in the game.
Co-op's fine. Just get rid of the multiplayer arcade crap.
Yeah.
Or you have it there. Just don't put trophies on it.
Yeah, there you go. October 8th, Metroid Dread graces our presence on the Nintendo Switch, along with the OLED Nintendo Switch system.
Oh yeah.
I am super, super fucking pumped for that.
The game or the OLED?
More so the game,
Okay.
but It's gonna be nice having the OLED too.
Yeah, so the first pictures of it. I mean, it's like it's noticeably brighter.
It is.
It's noticeably
Oh, yeah.
nicer.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm super like, and honestly, and that's one of those where, I mean, being that like especially since it's the side-scrolling type Metroid, like I'm playing that handheld. Like I mean, I play my Switch mostly handheld anyways, but I am definitely gonna be playing that handheld.
You just got a new TV. How are you not playing everything on the TV?
It's a
OLED.
Switch.
It's still OLED.
And it's a Switch. So
And
it
it's a
doesn't give- it
Switch.
doesn't fucking matter.
That's
It
right.
could be a tube TV.
That's right.
I don't think a tube TV could do it.
Tube TVs do 1080p.
Really heavy ones.
Very heavy one.
My statement was true. That's all I'm saying.
I'm having flashbacks to moving a TV in my parents'
Oh my
house.
god.
I moved one TV. I'm like, this isn't that bad. Oh god, my back.
No, thank you.
My folks had one of those like big Sony ones with like the wood side panels.
Oh yeah.
And then like the built-in cabinet underneath it.
Yep.
That thing was like 300 pounds. I swear to God.
My
It was like 40. It was like 32 inches. Like it
my
wasn't even
folks
that
had
big.
one of those.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Oh yeah.
That thing was a
It
monster.
was like it was small. Like yeah, it was like a
was that
smaller
big?
screen, but holy shit, that thing was heavy as hell. On October 12th, Back for Blood, PC, PS4, PS5, and Xbox. And don't forget Game Pass Day One.
And you can pre-download it now. Actually,
Yes.
not just 10 megabytes as it was before. You can download the full
Oh, is
game.
this the full thing
Yeah,
now?
I
Okay.
just got it today.
Shit, I gotta make room.
I was reading online. The crossplay does have voice chat.
Awesome.
Holy shit, that's shocking. That's awesome. That's shocking.
Call of Duty's been doing it for years.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Okay.
well. That's good.
Also, yeah, this isn't a Call of Duty. This isn't Activision.
But it's not new technology. I mean, the
Yeah,
blueprint's
that's true.
out there.
That's true.
That's why
Well,
I was so
everyone makes
shocked.
it seem like it's a pain in the ass.
That's why I was so
Everyone
shocked
makes
when
it seem like
Outriders
it.
didn't have it.
Right.
Except for Back 4 Blood. We got to jump into Back 4 Blood.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Mike,
that's
you
gonna be-
gonna be able to play video games at night?
I will for that. I will for that. I don't even know if there's been a game I would have been playing at night, like anytime recently with like other people.
Oh,
'Cause I'm not. I mean, I wasn't. Aliens. It wasn't doing it for me.
wasn't doing it for me either.
So like.
You want it? It's in my car.
No, I'm good. I'm fine.
Oh, I assumed you traded it in to get Deathloop.
I didn't because I went to go buy Deathloop and I couldn't find it in most stores. So I had to
Yeah. Well,
I had to
I've heard
order-
you got tens everywhere.
I had to order it from Best Buy to get mailed to my house.
Oh, okay.
Oh, speaking of in stores, I finally saw my first next generation console in a store. I
Hey.
put my hands on. It was
Did you buy it?
It was a Series S,
Ah.
but it was there,
Hey.
and I could have bought
Hey,
it if
there
I
you
wanted
go.
to. So, nature's healing.
Well, there's
probably-
been Best Buys that have had consoles in store recently. You have to line up at 7 a.m. to get them, but
Right.
Yeah.
they've
I'm
been
saying,
there.
like I just randomly
Yeah,
walked
yeah.
in and it's like I could buy that right now if I wanted to.
Well, I'm proud of myself. I helped a friend out last week. I got one of those
Oh, yeah.
Walmart PS5s. So that would be my third PS5 I have purchased.
Ooh.
I purchased 3 PS5s and 3 Series X's so far. Actually,
I've only done one Series X. You're catching up to me on the PS5s.
the Series X was tough. That was because I got two buddies that actually won Series X's, and I'm like, I was shocked. I'm like, I'm because like I know they're going quick, but I'm like, oh, I see those pop up everywhere. And before when I haven't tried, I'm like, oh, let me just see if I can get one added to my cart. Oh, that was easy. Like I don't know if maybe like now that like more's like coming out. Like I don't know if it's getting harder now because of that or what.
I had the Halo Limited Edition like in my car on the Microsoft site, and I'm like, I'm not going through the hassle of scalping this thing. Cancel.
Yeah.
But I could have.
Yeah, probably wouldn't get much for it.
That's I think the scalping is starting to become. That's part of the reason why they're more available. I don't think people are making as much profit on them now.
They're not.
So the less profit people make on them, the less likely they are to buy them up.
That's right. Where did I? Oh, and finally, on October 12th, Disco Elysium, the final cut, is making its way to the Switch and Xbox. And I believe it's in November that there's going to be a physical edition. Not the giant collectors, an actual regular physical edition that you can purchase, which is awesome. That's kind of what I've been waiting for. So I think I might get that on Xbox.
Yeah, I played.
finally.
I said I played through that game on PlayStation 5. It was like one of the first PlayStation 5 games I played on. It was Disco Elysium, and like, I mean, we're gonna talk about the Nintendo Direct that came up here, and they had like a video of that showing like it's gonna be out on this day, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that video, like probably like 2/3 of that video, I never experienced when I played through the game. Like, that's really how dynamic that game really is, and how
That's cool. That's
insane. Like the amount of writing is in that
Yeah,
game.
that's
It's
awesome.
brilliant.
All right. So like we said earlier, we have your brand new PlayStation Plus and Xbox games with Gold games. So here, PlayStation Plus. Hell Let Loose for PlayStation 5.
What the hell is that? Anybody?
I think it's a release day.
It is a release
PS5
day
game.
PS5
I think
game,
it's a like war-based first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Is it like RTS? Is it like Battle Royale? Is it?
I don't know. About
I have
that.
no idea.
Okay.
From what the rumblings I've heard online, it looks cool. From the rumblings I've heard, like I mean, I don't.
Hey,
I haven't had a chance to take a look at it yet.
I'll download it.
Mortal Kombat 10 for PS4, not XL, 10.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's really weird.
Especially 'cause it's so old.
Well, they give you the base for free, and then they want you to pay for the upgrade.
But the XL is on sale. Like the XL like upgrade is like $5.
It's literally like
all the
$5.
time.
Yeah, all the time on sale for $5. Yeah,
They want that $5.
yeah, I guess.
I understand that.
And that one also just like I don't know. It's just kind of weird. It's super. It's really old. Like
I mean, well,
really
that's the other thing
weird.
too. Like, it's old, so you probably figure most of the people who are into Mortal Kombat have this already, or have at least
Exactly.
tried it. So put it out there for free and let people who aren't into it try it, and maybe they'll like it and they'll buy that $5 pass.
Was that included with the PlayStation Plus
Yes.
catalog thing for
Yep.
PS5 anyway?
Yeah. the PS5,
the
yep.
PS Plus collection.
Yep, the PS.
Which they haven't
collection.
updated to, by the way. Which I mean, I thought that was gonna be more living than it is.
Yeah.
Because they didn't.
They added a couple things like early on, but it's been a while.
Not since, like honestly, since that like second that they had the initial launch, they added a few things like a
Yeah, they had
month
like
in.
Crash, and that was
Yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah.
like it.
Jim Ryan will not let them do too many things that makes them look good.
That is.
I don't know if that's the reason, but that guy really sucks.
But their games are so good.
They are. They are. In spite of his stupidity, the games are really good.
Exactly. At least the developers are not feeding into his
Oh,
stupidity. And then finally, a game I personally have been kind of interested in just checking out, but I never want to actually pay for it, honestly. PGA 2K21.
Yeah.
PS4.
Same exact boat. I almost bought that many times.
Me too.
And I'm glad I did.
I'd say the last time they did like one of their double discount sales, I think it was like $17 or something. I was like, I haven't had a golf game in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe I just ended up not getting it.
Yep, same here. Same here. I thought about it a couple of times. I'm like, nah, I if I don't like it, I can't get into it. I just don't want to pay it. So I'm glad I held off because I will 100% download that. Probably play it for my hour and then delete it.
Hey.
Like at least
now you know.
At least I know. Like exactly. Xbox games with gold. Xbox One games here. Arrow. Arrow.
Arrow.
Available October 1st to the 31st. Hoover.
Arrow.
Hover. Available October 16th through November 15th. I have no idea on either of those games. These two are a little more exciting, but they're Xbox 360 games. But they are exciting. Castlevania: Harmony of Despair.
Okay, which one is that?
From October 1st through the 15th. So that, if I'm not mistaken, that was the one that was released as like a arcade game.
Oh,
back
like during
in the
like
day.
the summer of arcade, like way back in the day.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like more. It's open. It's bigger. It's like it's still a side scroller, but not in the vein of like Symphony of the Night. It's a bigger, larger scale.
Okay.
And it's like almost like a. I don't want to say because I don't want to this. I don't want to because it's actually a pretty good game. I don't want to turn you off from it. It feels a little bit more like it was potentially like more like kind of like a mobile kind of game, like the way it works as a side scroller, where it's like because like like Symphony of the Night, like you got your single player story and everything. Where this is, if I'm not, I think this one actually might have this one has co-op, I believe. So like it's more like that, where like it's like a little bit bigger, like more. It's not so zoomed in.
Okay.
It's zoomed out a little more and stuff. But it's good. It is very good. It's actually available right now too because I just downloaded before we started this. And then available from October 16th through the 31st, Resident Evil Code Veronica X, which if you've never played that is fantastic. It's old school Resident Evil, but done really, really well.
That's one of the very few Resident Evils I never finished.
Yeah, it's so
And,
good.
Yeah, that was I can't remember what.
It's like I don't even know you.
I know where I tripped up. It was this one and Resident Evil 0, and I guess 6 because I can only go so far.
Zero just got so boring.
Well, 0, there's a hallway with zombie like chimpanzees.
Yeah.
I just could not get past. So no matter how hard I tried, like I just could not. You couldn't run past them. I didn't have enough bullets to kill them, and they're zombie chimpanzees. That's just horrifying and terrible. Code Veronica. I don't know where I got stuck in Code Veronica. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But yeah, no. So, but like that's another one of those things. Like again, because like maybe one day I'll get back to that again. Like I almost have bought that many times. So I'm super happy to have included with my gold. Well, I guess it's my Game Pass Ultimate.
You're right, exactly. Yeah, no, and it's like for me, like I actually have only ever played that on Dreamcast. I've never played it on PS2 or the Xbox version. So
or PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4
or whatever
or
else.
Xbox
Has been, yeah, I'll say
360.
whatever else has been released. Everything else has been released on. So I'm actually excited to dive back into that too. And then they haven't updated Game Pass too much yet, but we do have one big announcement for Game Pass on September 30th. So this is going to post. So that was yesterday.
Yes.
So you probably have already downloaded it and started playing it. Marvel's Avengers is being added on September 30th, and it is going to it includes everything except for like the DLC, the launch DLC that was like part of like the digital.
Oh,
Deluxe,
yeah.
Which you can't still buy separate, so you can still buy that if you want the costumes and stuff.
All the story-based content.
All the story-based. So all the Black Panther stuff that was just released is going to be included on that. Yeah. If you have it's going to have the Series X update as well is included with the Game Pass, which is great, which is awesome. So yeah, I'll be downloading that tomorrow.
Nice. I never played it, so I mean,
I played it on PS4 for like a couple hours. Got to a point where I was playing as Iron Man, got stuck because the Iron Man controls for me were just not great. But we'll see if I can maybe. No, it's on Game Pass. I'll give it a second go.
It's on Game Pass.
Why not?
That's right.
Why not?
Extra.
It's supposed to be time for the news, but there's really not much.
News.
Steak has more news than I have, I guess.
Yes.
The only news story we came up with as a group here was Mike suggested the story where Bethesda went out and acquired a PlayStation 5 for the voice actor who voiced Colt in Deathloop, so he can play the game he was in.
Yeah, I guess he put. I don't know if it was a tweet or he did an interview or something, and just said like, "Oh, what do you think of the game?" Like, I don't know, I can't play it. I can't find a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
And then, so like Bethesda like got him one, so he can
we
see
got
his
you.
work. I thought it's just fun. That's a fun
funny.
story.
It's funny.
They were able to get one so quickly. Did they like give one of their own stock? Did they go out and pay scalper prices?
All I know is a Microsoft-owned studio bought a PlayStation 5 for somebody. That's all I know in this story.
They got all that Microsoft money. They can do that now.
That's damn right they do.
Yes, they can.
All right.
Before we move on, to answer the Hell Let Loose is a 50 versus 50 player multiplayer World War II shooter.
All right. I very rarely played Fortnite in my life, but one of the times I was playing it, they did a 50 versus 50 mode, which is very cool actually, because like literally it's like that side of the map gets spawned over here, this side of the map gets spawned over here,
Yeah.
and then just like people spinning around, and it's just like that was really neat to have like a whole like army of people, a whole another army of people.
Like the wall of death at a metal show.
It was
like,
really it was,
you hear
oh,
then go.
All of a sudden all of a sudden the other team is like behind me like oh god we're flanked, they're everywhere.
You played Fortnite?
Yeah, I did play Fortnite.
You're dead to me.
There's nothing. First of all, it's free.
There's a lot wrong with Fortnite. If you're gonna say there's nothing
I
wrong with
remember. I remember when Fortnite was released on Switch.
That's when I played it.
Because that was part of my my gift to you.
That's right.
I played a couple games, and that was like, yep, I'm done with Battle Royale.
I finished like second and third and fifth a lot. I could never get first because like, oh, there's that one other guy who knows how to build, and I like refuse to build.
That guy knows how to build with his mouse and keyboard.
I refuse to build, so like I don't. Well, I guess I'm just gonna. Well, hopefully the circle gets him first because I'm gonna like. He was like way up there, so I just
stand underneath him.
I did. I pressed myself up against the wall, like where of his fortress that he built in like 5 seconds. So I was like, well, where the circle's coming over there, so I'm gonna get on this side of the fortress, and hopefully he doesn't see me. Then he shot me down with a rocket launcher or something stupid. Anyway,
That's sad.
Thus is the life of battle royale.
yeah. Anyway,
Not necessarily the building, but you're gonna get killed in some bullshit way.
So there was a Nintendo Direct. One of those, the new Nintendo thing was just like, hey, Nintendo Direct in 48 hours, then everyone loses their shit. Like, here's all the things that are gonna happen.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
oh
and
my
then
god!
and then like
And people
Let me
get
create 50 videos in the next 2 days
then
about what's going to happen.
people get angry when the ridiculous thing they wanted to happen doesn't happen.
then they make they make a YouTube video with the red circles and the arrows saying like Breath of the Wild 2 confirmed, and then it obviously wasn't. So
these influencers need to fucking stop.
well,
It's out of hand. Like with Nintendo specifically, like it's just like they are so out of hand.
So would you consider us influencers?
What are we influencing?
Okay, but my point is there are people that are like names and sponsored people and like industry people that are been doing this for a long time that are like actually like important voices in the influencer realm, and then there's fucks on YouTube like us. So like
I think there's a difference. Yes, I guess you can put us in with the nobodies on YouTube, putting out videos that 12 people, consume. But
Thank you, 12 people.
yes,
We
not necessarily on YouTube, whether you're listening.
sticking around for a fuckery.
We appreciate you.
So there's difference. The ones who are like legit quote unquote influencers know how to conduct themselves professionally. Yes, they make their prediction videos, but they're not out there cursing out Nintendo and sending death threats when they don't get the ridiculous thing they predicted.
Right, or like when everyone thought like the.
Can you imagine if Steak reacted that way with his E3 predictions?
Oh my goodness.
The FBI would be outside this house right now.
Man.
What I'm saying is this, like, they have new Switch confirmed, and it's like, and they have a big video of like some mock-up, and it's just like, I don't understand.
See, this code here that they trademarked 3 years ago. This proves that it's true.
Yeah, but not even that. It's just like when then I don't even like to watch those videos because they're always like they anger me how just like
I don't watch any of
how
that
dumb
shit
it gets.
anymore.
But literally,
it's
just like
awful.
It'll say like confirmed in like the title, and you get in there and be like, I don't know if it is or not. Like, okay, then that's not confirmed.
Right.
That's the opposite of what that
Clickbait.
is.
It's clickbait.
Right, but I'm
I'm gonna start flagging those videos.
So those
I'm gonna take that effort and start flagging.
So
them.
those people are really ruining it for the majority of people.
Or we start clickbaiting our titles.
I'm not gonna be a part of that.
It's fine.
If we go from
it's
12,
fine. I write the
if we go
titles.
from 12 to 24 people. I mean,
That is double. No, it's just, I don't know.
You don't have to do it. I write the titles. It's fine.
Do whatever you want. I don't really care. So, like,
Live nude mic right here.
sure.
and I quote.
Yeah. Was there a live nude mic? I don't know. Maybe there was. Maybe there wasn't.
All you get to see is this screenshot. Or his thumbnail.
Is he wearing pants? I don't know. So
He's not wearing pants.
I'm actually not wearing pants. You're going to leave the rest of it to your own imagination.
None of us are wearing pants.
None of us are wearing pants, actually.
No, we're not.
I love this German room. It really
This German room's
makes
fantastic.
it real natural up in here. Anyway, what was my point? Oh, but yeah, it's just like the expectation mongering that's happening is the only way to put it. It's just like
Expectation mongering. That's a good one.
Write that down, everybody. I just made that up at the top.
I like it.
So it's just like it's really, I think kind of funny gets a lot of shit, and most of it is well earned. But they're very good about like, hey, temper your expectations. Like,
I agree.
And they'll sit there and you have Tim there does his hype predictions moments, but they all laugh it off. They all know it's a joke. And everyone's in on it. There and I think most of their fan base realizes that it's kind of a joke too. Some of that stuff does happen, but they're not out there putting out videos like what you're describing.
It's just like it's like
shit. What was the term you used?
Expectation mongering.
You're gonna write that down.
Was this like you're setting yourself up? You're setting everybody else up to be upset or angry or disappointed, or it's something that never existed.
And I think like I've commented on this a bunch. Like everyone's always pissed off after these or like E3 presentations that don't live up to these inflated expectations. And the company told you all along. Nintendo told you at E3, no hardware. And people were pissed off there was no new Switch announcement.
Right.
Right.
They told you.
I know. And now all these companies are getting to the point of being like, it's going to be 40 minutes. We're going to show 10 games. 3 of them are going to be brand new brand new exclusives. The other things are going to be like things come out later this year that we've already announced. Like they got to like
we're not talking about hardware.
Right. They got to get down to the minutia. So even if you want to be surprised, you can't be surprised. You know there's 3 new things coming up or whatever. Right. It's just like, can't we just? It's really dumb that we've gotten to the point where this expectation, like,
mongering.
Well, not even like that, but just like every individual like expectations has created thousands of hours of angry content for different like YouTubers and podcasts and everything else that is just completely pointless, baseless, and nonsense.
Yep. No, 100%.
Rant over. Expectation mongering. Write it down.
Patent pending.
Patent pending.
And like I said, I feel like it's much worse from these Nintendo Directs than anything else. Like, don't get me wrong,
100%.
Like,
well, I think
it's the PlayStation events, like that's starting to wrap up with like their state when they do those state of plays. Like that's kind of ramping up, or what they used to do, like those. It ramped up a little bit, but but no, it's unbelievable. Like when I start seeing like Nintendo people like on Twitter talking about Nintendo Direct, I have gone in and like muted Nintendo Direct on Twitter for like a day or for like a few days because I'm just like I am so sick of people like, when's it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen today? When they're gonna announce it? Blah blah blah. Oh my god. Okay, they announced it. Okay, here's what's gonna happen, guys. Here's what's gonna go on. It is so ridiculous. Like there's one guy I follow. I'll be honest. The only reason why I follow him is because I guess people like him. I don't know why, but people like him. And he
follow him.
He has a million giveaways. He's
a rich friend.
Well, and actually, I have won a game off him before. So it's one of those things where like I follow him strictly for that reason. But if it wasn't for like the amount of giveaways this guy has, his like actual comments himself drive me fucking insane. It drives me nuts the shit he tweets.
Can you set up a Twitter filter that only shows tweets that have a specific word in them?
Yeah.
Can you only show me stuff from this guy with the word giveaway?
Giveaway, please. And just for this specific person.
Yeah,
like,
right.
That would be awesome.
We are full of great ideas today, guys. I
love
really think
this.
we're onto a lot of stuff going on here.
Look at this. It's been so long since we've all been together. Look at this. The shit we're coming up with. So Nintendo Direct.
Twitter can't get an edit button. You think they're going to put this in there?
Yeah, right. Shit.
$1 million idea, edit button.
Jesus Christ.
Patent pending. No one's ever edited anything online before.
It'll probably take them 2 fucking seconds to figure that out.
Yeah.
They probably have to flick a switch. They probably already have it. Just need to flick a switch. But they love teasing everyone.
Fuck them.
How can we make money off this?
I'm sure that's what it is.
Twitter Plus allows you to edit.
Jesus.
So about this Nintendo Direct.
All right, Nintendo Direct. This Nintendo Direct
Shit to
happened.
say about this too.
There we go.
Yeah, me too.
So we kick things off with Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, the DLC expansion teaser. It's coming in summer of 2022. I have a feeling it's going to be very similar to Iceborne from Monster Hunter World, where it's actually going to be like a full like $40 like purchase. Like a big expansion, which, I mean, Monster Hunter fans, I mean, supposedly, I guess, Iceborne, it was well worth the $40.
My understanding was huge.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, it looked cool. Cool trailer.
Monster Hunters is not my jam. I felt nothing during this trailer.
I love it for the first 5 hours, and then it gets really difficult, and that's when I lose. I just can't stick with it anymore. So I just have stopped. Except for Monster Hunter Stories. That's something that's totally different. It's just like a straight up RPG. All right. So after that, we got a new trailer for Mario Party Superstars, showcasing a couple more boards from the 64 era. Do not forget that it's coming up in October 29th.
It's coming soon. This is also you'll see a running theme throughout this direct of like, here is a thing coming out soon that we're showing you again with a little more information.
Yeah.
Not bad, which is not a bad thing.
That's
It's just
fine.
like.
And then also we're concentrating on winter, but here's a bunch of shit coming out next year, summer, and God knows when next year.
Okay, that is one of those things that's like, okay, you can complain about that one. Because that is not what they said.
Because they do that that's the one thing they do all the time. After that, we got a trailer for a game called Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roar. This is a RPG card-based game. It's coming October 28th, quite quickly, and there is a demo out there. Download it. Haven't had a chance to check it out yet. I'm very curious. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, from what I was seeing online, I think this is from. I might be thinking of a different game, but I think this might be from the same guys who have had their hands in like the Drakengard series, which is like also the Dragoon.
Well, I thought it was the Nier guys.
and the Nier guys. Like
Okay.
they've all have
okay.
like a connection.
Hey,
yeah.
we're both
So
right.
good. If you said good, then that makes me feel more confident about saying
Okay.
the Drakengard guys. If that's the case, I need to check out that demo.
Yeah, like it's everything is cards in this game. Like the world is cards, like cards laid out. Like all the dialogue is given to you, like on a card.
Yeah.
Like it's you draw cards to do battle. Like it is all cards.
Yeah.
Very pretty though.
Very pretty.
Again,
Yes.
This I'm never gonna play this game. I know that. I know that much because it's not for me.
Yeah.
But I was like, it looked really cool.
Yeah. After that, this is when we got our Disco Elysium, the final cut trailer, and our announcement of October 12th for the digital release and November for the physical.
Oh, the game's so good. So good.
Then we got another trailer for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, the expansion pass. October 29th is when Wave 2. You're getting more shit.
Enjoy it. Here's more shit.
And I believe Wave 2 is the final thing, so I hope this was the final trailer for that. Kind of how you were feeling about Dragon Quest 11, that's how I feel about Age of Calamity. Like, I am done. I do not want to see any more of this game.
Dragon Quest 11, and if I'm ever watching a press conference and Dragon Quest 11 or Destiny 2 gets brought up ever again, I'm gonna put my foot through a TV. Because it's like you are literally not selling any more people on these games. All right, you have sold as many copies to people as you're gonna sell of these games. Just like have a blog or a Twitter post and have it for those people who like your stuff.
So after that we got a trailer for a brand new game that I'm actually pretty excited for. I'm not gonna lie. Chocobo GP. It's coming in 2022. It is basically Final Fantasy meets Mario Kart. So I am all ready.
Wasn't there? Okay.
There was a Chocobo racing game on the PS1.
Okay. So I was like, this looks so familiar.
Yes.
I thought it was that game.
I think inspired by that, updated with new shit.
I can't fathom anyone putting a kart racer on a Nintendo platform that isn't Mario Kart. Like, because Mario Kart 8 is still selling. It's like in the top 10 sales. Like,
And this is exclusive to Nintendo
I
Switch.
know. That's like
That's crazy. Yeah.
it's
Interesting strategy, Cotton. Let's see how this plays out.
I mean, maybe people want a new racer. Final Fantasy, the names or Chocobo is going to sell some copies. But
I mean, it's going to sell decent. Like,
it's going to be fun.
Like, obviously not. I mean,
But it's
what
like,
was
Jesus.
in Europe last month, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was still the number one selling game on Nintendo Switch.
I know.
Absolutely insane.
Which means we're never going
We're
to get
never
Mario
going to
Kart
get
ever
9.
again.
We're never getting 9. Or if we do, it'll be a launch title for the next Switch if we do.
Good call.
Or whatever the next, Nintendo system is. After that, we got an announcement that there will be an announcement for
At work, do you ever have meetings about meetings?
for the final. Although I joke, but actually the way they're the way they're doing this is fine. For the final Nintendo Smash Brothers character will be on October 5th. Sakura, another Sakura Presents video, and that's what he's going to announce it and showcase it. I mean, for being the final ultimate character, the way they're doing it, that's fine.
Maybe I'm hallucinating, but I could have swore they've said past characters were going to be the final character.
No, because they had the final character. Then they decided
I am
to
high
do
on
a
PCP.
Second, they did like a second
They
expansion
did a
pack,
second
right?
Fighters Pass,
Right.
Yeah,
And then,
yep.
so-
Now, and this is the final. This is it. Like,
I believe it when I see it.
Sakura needs a break.
He needs a break 5
Before
years
he
ago.
dies.
And he needed a break like 5 years
Just out
ago.
of pure
This game-
exhaustion.
Just making different Kirby characters
This-
over and over again. That's why he needs a break from
This
that.
game is like Kiss and Farewell Tours.
I went to that tour.
Which
at the
time?
United Center.
Which time?
The United Center.
It was like 8 times they've done their farewell tour.
In March of. Well, let's see. Wait, COVID fucked things up.
Pretty sure they've been rocking farewell tour since the late 80s.
March of 2020, but they will be in Tinley Park in a couple of weeks.
Right.
I'm not going.
It's
For
a
the
very
real
long-
for the next farewell
it's a
tour.
very long tour.
Yeah.
It's years and
That's
years.
They just never stopped.
No. Well, they said when they hit the city, it's over. So Chicago was United Center, so technically Chicago's done. Now Tinley Park.
Oh.
Have they
will
done
be
Alpine Valley, or will that be in a few
which
years?
does mean that I still have potential to maybe go see them at the Allstate Arena in Rosemont.
Or you could trick up to Alpine Valley if they want to do an outdoor
They're
show.
They're gonna play in the new Bears Stadium in Arlington.
There you go.
In 5 years, all right, we're gonna go back. We're gonna do this last one in that area.
Yeah, I go to that. That's fine. I'll go to that one.
They'll play on a cornfield out in DeKalb somewhere.
Cornfield's checked off.
They played that random Aurora.
Oh yeah.
I found out about it
that.
too late to go, but I heard it was awesome. Like that, like random new Aurora slate.
So wait, hold on.
You can't tell we're from Illinois.
Yeah, right.
if you can't tell, one of us is really into Kiss.
Yeah, I can't. I've lost count how many times. They've done all four members' makeups on myself.
I thought you said it related to Kiss. I'm like, I didn't know that about Steak. That's why he's such a big fan. Anyway, but what do you think is going to be the last character? Like, it's such like a loaded thing, right? So it's like we talked about expectations a minute ago. So like, I think it's one of those things. Like, unless they can add like 50 characters onto this one character, like I don't know if someone's going to be upset. But like, I don't know what other like iconic character that they can do like, legitimately.
How much expectation mongering is going on around this one?
Oh my God! I've ignored every video I've seen about this since this direct that have released videos about that.
Duke Nukem confirmed.
Supposedly, Bloodworth from Easy Allies knows who it is. And I guess like I'm sure there's some people in the industry, you know how.
Well, yeah, I mean it's a couple days away at this point.
Because he did put some kind of tweet out. He says, "I know who it is. It's crazy." That's
I know who it is. You're all wrong.
Probably.
It's Kratos.
I just. Oh my God. The universe would lose their fucking minds if that was it.
Kratos already appeared in Mortal Kombat. It can't be a Mortal Kombat fighting game.
That's right. He was awesome in Mortal Kombat.
He was awesome in Mortal Kombat. He had all those different weapons.
Are you kidding me? If they were, I would buy the game again. I would buy Mortal Kombat 11 again if they brought back Kratos on PS5. I would do it.
God, who else?
I don't know. I really don't know who it could be. Like I don't know.
It's gonna be Chris Pratt.
No, you know what?
That's foreshadowing for later on.
You know, let's piss everyone off. It's gonna be another Fire Emblem character. let's just do that. Let's piss everyone off. All right. So after that, we got a brand new trailer for what looked like a cartoon Last of Us. I was like, what is going on here? This is like, what is this? And then I'm like, oh wait, maybe it's Splatoon. No, it's not. It's Kirby. New Kirby game, Kirby in the Forgotten Land, coming in spring 2022. It's a brand new 3D Kirby game, and it looks awesome.
I would agree with you. That looked very, very cool. Also, I saw today on Twitter, someone matched, like when Kirby woke up on the beach on the sand and like looked into the city. It's almost identical shot for shot of like the first teaser for Uncharted 4 when he gets up off the beach and like it's almost identical. Like
that's awesome.
I gotta find it for you so you can see it.
Nice.
It's really neat. Anyway, but yeah, it's like, I mean, I'm sure I'm not remembering some 3D Kirby in some time frame, but like it looks more like it's doing like all the things that and love from 2D Kirby, like it's the flying and and taking on the abilities of other people and having them all and it looked really neat. Like I hope it all comes together into something that's that's something I'm really hoping that they can use those powers as like a puzzle base too, not just like, because it seems like it's always offense or defense in Kirby when you get like the different abilities. So I'm really hoping that they can turn it into some kind of like world environmental like puzzle along with that as well. I think that would be kind of like really tying the whole package together with classic Kirby stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, I was like surprised. I'm like, Kirby game. Like, okay, Kirby game. It's like, all right, I see what you're doing here.
Yeah. No, it looks. I'm super pumped to see more in that. So after that, we got an announcement of another announcement coming. This one I am not okay with, but it's whatever. That's for Animal Crossing New Horizons. A new Animal Crossing Direct is coming in October with the new content coming in November.
Yep.
Man, I just feel like Nintendo reaped all the money from that game. It came out at the perfect time when this COVID shit started. So it was a ton of people. Everyone was just buying it. And man, it's just like, I feel like I got out of Animal Crossing, thankfully, like I got out of it because like I'd be really pissed off. But it's like they just don't care. They're just taking their sweet time releasing shit or doing anything.
They were like on it for those first few months. Like
Yeah.
every month had a theme and an event and all this stuff, and then it just went dark for a long time. And this is like I've not been keeping up with the Animal Crossing stuff, but I mean this seems a little more substantial. But it also just seems like they're adding the coffee shop, which is which is a big deal.
Sure.
But I can't fathom it took them a year plus to put a coffee shop in the game.
No.
So
No.
I hear you. I feel you.
Yeah. So go ahead. Rage all you guys want on that one. We got a new trailer, update trailer for Mario Golf Super Rush. That they added Koopa Troopa Ninja and two new courses.
Correct.
And it was available that day. So they're still updating the hell out of that game. They still have not taken away the speed golf, so it still is not a great golfing game.
I don't think they're gonna take a fefeature away.
It's so bad though. It's so
I know
bad.
there's
Just
bad
give me
things
the
and everything.
fucking Mario Golf. Like, give me golf.
Just make it a game mode.
Like, well, and they do. I mean, and it is, but it's
But it's included with the story mode. which is
that's the
problem.
biggest problem. Like right now, I am stuck. Like I with that update, I'm like, oh, you know what? I haven't played this for a while. Let me go dive back. Let me drive back in a little bit. And I was like, oh, let me see where I left off in story mode. I kind of can't remember.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. It was me going to a new area. That's right. I finally got through that one stupid thing. Cool. Now I'm in this. And what's the new stupid thing? It's fucking speed golf. It's the speed golf part of it. I'm just like, this sucks. Like, I just need hot shots. Like, I need hot shots golf in Mario form. Like, which is what they've done in the past, and I love it. Like, that's all I need. And then after that, we got a trailer for Disney Magical World 2 Enchanted Edition, cut with a holiday release. This is another, like, Miitopia was a 3DS game that I guess was a huge seller that people put many hours into. So it's now coming to Switch. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic.
Not the new remastered
Not
one.
the remastered, the
the
old
old
one.
school one.
Is coming to the Nintendo Switch on November 11th, which means all the other systems as well. That's usually how it's always worked.
Yeah. So okay. So
Usually that's how it works.
so it is on Xbox now, right? It's backwards compatible with the original. Because I think I have that.
I think it's backwards. Yeah, so this is going to be probably the new remastered version of it.
The one. So they put it out on phones.
Yes.
So is this what this is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be like, because that's like the based off the PC version.
I don't know.
Because like I think the one that's on Xbox now is based off the original Xbox version of the game. So this is going to be kind of like how like Final Fantasy VII did. They're like, oh, they released it on PS4 and PS5. It was the PC version,
Right.
so it was the better textures and everything like that. I think that's what this one basically is going to be then. Then after that, got a trailer for Dying Light 2: Stay Human, cloud version.
Don't do it.
On November 4th, 2022.
Don't do it.
There'll be a free demo the same day. They do that for the cloud versions just so you can actually try to see if it works, basically.
Even if it works,
before you buy it.
never own it.
No,
Like,
you don't ever own it.
I mean, this is different than like other. Again, I can't. I've said this before. I'm going to say it right now. You never have less ownership of anything ever as you do with a cloud-based Nintendo product. You can't even transfer from system to system for the same license for games that have been out for 35 fucking years. I don't own that. I just can't. Do people? I mean, this is okay. They've had multiple games like this. Are people buying these things? Are people doing this for $60?
I'm assuming it's doing well enough to like for other companies to continue doing it. Like, I mean, there was Control,
Hitman.
Hitman.
It might be the classic Nintendo thing where it's huge in Japan.
It is.
They have more in
It is.
Japan. Like
Yeah.
they had like Resident Evil 7 in Japan.
Oh,
They had
yeah.
something else in Japan too.
They had Assassin's Creed,
Yes.
Odyssey, I believe. I believe it was Odyssey.
It was one of them.
It was one of them. I don't know if they ever did Valhalla, but Odyssey for sure, I believe.
You're probably right, Art. It's probably just like
Well,
because their internet is.
I was going to say
different than ours.
Well, yeah.
Japan's technology infrastructure is way ahead of ours as far as internet goes. So
Yeah. So after that, though, we got if you've never played the first game, you can play it on the Switch if you'd like. Dying Light Platinum Edition is coming out October 19th.
Good game.
It looked rough, though. I don't know if you saw the Switch trailer.
No, I didn't.
It looked pretty rough.
In general, okay, on PlayStation, it's a good game.
Yeah. After that, we got a new trailer for Project Triangle Strategy that is now called Triangle Strategy. I love that they're sticking with that.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Let this be their honestly,
whatever.
Let this be their
Octopath
thing.
Traveler is like, okay, I can buy that as like a video game name, but it's Triangle Strategy.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's something that like a Salesforce manager comes up with.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
here's our new here's our Triangle Strategy for selling widgets.
Yep. So that's coming, and they did announce the release date of March 4th of 2022, and just like the Bravely Default 2, they took a ton of feedback from the demo, which you got to respect Square Enix is doing with this.
Totally.
They took a ton of feedback from the demo that they received, and they added different things. They added difficulties. They added basically the Final Fantasy Tactics camera where you can actually turn it and stuff.
I can't even fathom how they can even do that.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree with you. And that's I don't even play those games because I'm not good at them. And when I saw, I was like, oh, that wasn't in. Like, you couldn't do that already. Like, that's kind of crazy.
I don't know. That's one of those things where like, okay, we can just way the level is designed already. Like, we can just turn it or turn the camera around. Everything's fine. Like that just doesn't feel like it would be that easy to do that. Like, just to move the camera around, like it's a 2D game, and then turn it to the side and still have it like be functional.
Yeah.
It blows my mind, but we still can't get the correct grounding rule in Madden. So like I just
Yeah.
Right? I mean, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Art's cracking up with Xenos. It's so true. So after that, we got... All right. Just stop, Nintendo. We got another trailer for Metroid Dread. October 8th release. Stop showing more of this game. Like people are buying it. Like
Please be excited.
It was dormant for like 18 years. You wait, 18 more days.
Oh my god! Like, seriously though, like the amount of stuff they're just showing for this game,
Listen,
and like screenshots they're releasing on
for
Twitter.
years, they've had people yelling at them, "When's the next Metroid game coming?" Now they're letting you know the next Metroid game's coming, whether you like it or not.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
And
I'm just afraid they're showing too much. Like especially
You want a new Metroid? Here you go. 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 Here you go.
then
Especially
no one's
this-
gonna
here you
buy
go.
it.
Especially this last trailer. Like, oh my god. But like I said, I'm still super pumped for it. I can't wait. So Nintendo Online membership is getting an expansion pass. And it is adding Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis games to the expansion pass.
Ooh-wee.
Unfortunately, I didn't do my normal thing that I ran out of time today, where I actually rewatched so I can write down more notes. So I'm going to try to go off my top of my head here for the Nintendo 64 games being added. Day one. There's got to be a list somewhere. Ocarina of Time, Mario 64, of course. Yoshi's Story,
Mario Tennis.
Win Back.
I said out loud, "Win back" when they showed up.
That one stuck in my head because I was like, "What?"
I could not believe it.
Yes. I'm missing. There's two more
Was there a Paper Mario in there?
Did you say Super Mario 64?
coming.
Oh, okay.
Super Mario 64. I think I have the whole list. No, that's not the list because that's never mind. That's all like the games ever.
They have
I wanna say-
any Donkey Kong Country in there?
I want to say Star Fox.
Star Fox. Yeah.
Star
okay.
Fox is
All right, here we go. Available at launch.
here we
Super
go.
Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64, Yoshi Story, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Win Back, Covert Operations, Dr. Mario 64, Sin and Punishment. Also, like, what
Oh,
the
that's
fuck?
right.
First time released outside of Japan, which is insane.
Yeah.
Mario Tennis 64. Available in the future was Banjo Kazooie, which is kind of a big deal for
That's
the whole
huge.
Rare deal. F-Zero X, Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards, Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask, which I never finished, which I should probably make a point of doing that. Mario Golf, again, that's like the
Hell yeah.
old school Mario Golf.
So good.
That's when they'll get me.
Yeah.
When that's on there, then
That
I will.
64 one
Then
was
I will
awesome.
upgrade.
Then Paper Mario and
Or
Pokemon,
I'll just hook up my N64.
Paper Mario and Pokemon Snap are the last.
That's right.
bunch.
Honestly, and actually, for all the Paper Marios I have played, I have never played the 64 one.
Oh, that the OG one.
Yeah, I've never played the original, so I would love to dive into that. And then there's the Genesis. If you've got those two,
You would think that would be on the same level that I
course
just
not.
looked at, but it's not.
Separate but equal.
yeah. But it's got a lot of honestly though, it's got a lot of the stuff you expect from the Genesis, like stuff that's been released, like from like the Mini Classic and all that stuff, like Shinobi 3, Gunstar Heroes, Echo the Dolphin.
All right, here we go. Ready?
All right, thank you.
Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra Hardcore, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Echo the Dolphin, Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes, Musha, Fantasy Star 4, Rystar, Shining Force, Shinobi 3, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Streets of Rage, and Strider.
Strider's fucking awesome.
A lot of
I've
really
never
cool
played
games
that.
on there, really.
There's a lot of good games on there. So those are going to be added. They said sometime late October. It's going to be part of an expansion pass to the Nintendo Online membership, though. So,
And what does that mean? We don't know. No one
know.
knows. They
don't
didn't
know
give
the price.
pricing yet.
all we know is you can add this on to your existing, if you already are an existing member. And also, if you really want it, members only, online members only, you will be able to buy and purchase Nintendo 64 controllers and Genesis controllers, 3-button Genesis controllers, I may add,
Correct.
for $50 each.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm like,
It's cheaper than a pair of Joy-Cons.
Hooey.
it is. I am super interested to see how the 64 games control with the standard Switch controller.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, if everything's cool with that, no need for it.
Yeah.
But if it does feel a little funky, having a wireless, Nintendo 64 controller, kind of cool, but $50 is a little bonkers.
I would say the Genesis seems not necessary at all because
No,
because
not at all.
it's the 3-button.
Yep.
Japan is getting the 6-button, which is also just like, what the fuck, like so stupid. So totally pointless to get the Genesis. The 64 one, depending upon, like you said, that's the only one, but still $50. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, so I also they never showed the back of it. I want
No.
to see what like the hole in the back of it.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Just like filled in? Is there something there?
Oh, you throw a ROMO pack in there. Good to go.
Yeah.
That's where my memory card goes.
That's where you put the expansion pass.
Oh,
Oh, that's how it works.
you gotta buy the expansion pass.
That's
put in
right.
So it's $50
It's
for
the Donkey. It's the same thing as the Donkey Kong
Yeah.
64, like expansion pass.
Okay, so you buy the $50 controller, then you gotta buy the expansion pass, which I assume
For another
is-
$20.
For another $20. Then okay.
Yeah,
there
so
you
you're
go.
looking at like $70. For
Boy,
64 games on your Switch.
At this point, it's getting, having it on the go was awesome, but it's almost getting more worth it for me to buy the $130 adapter for my N64 and hook up to my TV.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, the other
God.
kicker, too, is like the games I like the most on the N64 are the licensed games, which
Oh,
aren't going to be on the
100%.
past.
Oh yeah.
All the old wrestling games, GoldenEye, like all that stuff I want to go back to, it's never going to be on there because they're not going to get that
Well,
licensing again.
look at the shit they've been adding to the NES, Super Nintendo stuff.
They're getting
lately. Weird shit. Like there's just still like not even like licensed or not even third party. There's a lot of great first party stuff missing, and we're getting this weirdest shit added to that stuff. Like it's just I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that like when they announced this, they're like, oh, here's the 64 games that are coming. Also, it's like okay. You showed pretty much all first party. Good. Like,
Yeah.
you showed the first party stuff that people want. Like, I've never actually played the Kirby 64 game, and I've heard that's actually very good. Like, so that's another one that I would probably jump on.
Yeah, it's Art's absolutely correct in terms of like that's the trap of the 64, right? Is just like so many of the games that I love the most. There's not a chance in hell are ever going to show up on this thing. That being said, I mean, Ocarina of Time is amazing. Mario 64, which we all thought was retired, from the All-Star Collection, it's coming back. Mario's back. He's back.
That's why they stopped selling it.
Exactly what it was. So they can sell it to you monthly for God knows how long.
That's right.
I mean, there's some. Those are some great games.
They're going to pull it Disney. They're going to put it back in the vault.
They did it for like 2 months.
They did.
Then again, it comes back out in a new subscription service. what do you? Okay, what is the line for you for buying this? Like, if it's like, I mean, because it's $20 a year for the Nintendo Online right now, which is like damn near nothing. So like,
It cannot be more than $10.
okay, so if it's $3 total,
Yeah.
what if it becomes like $3 a month?
I mean, $3
Like,
a month. I mean, that's still
For
like,
the expansion and the basic package?
I'm just throwing numbers out there.
I mean,
ends up being more than $30.
Yeah, if it's for everything, if you do $3 a month, that's $36. But then if you do the year, you get it for $30. Like that would, because that's what they always do. You know, they always cut you like some kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, to me, the $30 for the year, okay, fine. If it's more than that, that's too much.
I mean, literally,
that's too much.
Nintendo Online does nothing for me outside of these games. Like, it
100%,
does literally nothing
100%.
for me.
I don't play anything online. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I have it, I mean, I'll probably be getting Splatoon 3 when that comes out. So then I will play that online. But it's like, yeah.
Speaking of online too, like all these, most of these Nintendo 64 games also play online.
They're
so
gonna
you can
yeah.
play Mario Kart with like 3 different people
Yep.
online. Which
Yep.
is bonkers.
And Star Fox.
I don't know how that's just gonna work,
But
but it
probably not well.
It's a great it's a great idea.
You can do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
This is awesome until proven otherwise.
Yep.
And being proven otherwise is what this is gonna cost.
Well, the fact that they didn't announce it then and there makes me worried.
Agreed.
All right. So after that, we got quite a few interesting announcements. The Shadowrun trilogy is getting a release in 2022. I don't know if those were old Super Nintendo games and everything. So yeah, so if you're in the Shadowrun, it's coming. We got a Shadow Drop. I love Shadow Drops. And this is a good one. The Castlevania Advanced Collection that includes Circle of the Moon, Harmony Dissonance, Aria of Sorrow, and this was the surprising one, Dracula X, the Super Nintendo version. So this was heavily rumored beforehand because shit started dropping. I thought it was going to be though the PSP Dracula X Chronicles.
That's where I knew that one from.
And I was actually like super stoked for it. That game was fucking hard, but it looks good. It plays well. A lot of people have issues with it, but whatever. That's just, you're gonna get those fans. But I thought it was gonna be that one, but it ended up being the Super Nintendo one, which is cool, which is still cool. I've been going through Circle of the Moon on the Xbox. I'm enjoying it very, very much.
Nice. Yeah, those are your jams.
I love those games so much. I've already double dipped. I bought it on Switch because they said, "Oh, Xbox version coming later." Well, what does later mean? No response. I'm like, well, all right. I guess I'm getting these on Switch. An hour after I bought them on the Switch. Oh, now available on Xbox. Fuck you, Konami.
Later.
Whatever. I don't care.
They told you. They told you later.
I don't care. Because I mean, honestly, it's one of those things where it's like, those games are something like I want on Switch for handheld purposes because that's something where I can just jump in whenever and just play for a little while. And I'm like, I always knew I was gonna double dip on these, but it's like, I want on Xbox, I want my achievements. And actually, on the big screen, like for being GBA games, they look damn good. Like they actually look really good. Like I mean, M2 did the emulation, so of course M2 is the best emulator out there. So they look great. But yeah, I was super pumped for that. After that, we got a shocker here. Square Enix blew us away with Actraiser Renaissance remaster trailer, and it was released. Another Shadow Drop. I've heard it's not very great on Switch.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's like I remember hearing. I mean, Actraiser is one of those things that you always hear people like favorite game of all time, top 100 games of all time, like with a bullet, like no doubt about it. And I don't think I even heard of it until like 5 years ago. You know what I mean? It's like I missed it. Like I completely missed it in the time when I had a Nintendo, and now, but like
very advanced game for the Super Nintendo back in the day.
Because it was like
you get your side scrollers that you did, the side scrolling action, but then you had the world building.
Yeah, it's like Sim. Like it became like SimCity.
Yeah,
like it's yeah. I mean, it was very interesting. A concept. I knew what it was. So like I heard of it, but never really looked into it. And then this came out, and I'm like, okay, that does look kind of interesting because it just does things different. Because your world building changes the way you do the side scrolling. So it's just like it's weird how all that works together in a game that's like that old. It's pretty nuts.
Yep. Yeah. So, but like I said, I've heard Switch version doesn't run very well at all. I heard the PS4 version's a lot better. It's still not. It still has its issues as well, but it's way better than the Switch version. So if you have both, grab it on PS4 if you're interested. After that, Deltarune Chapter 1+2 trailer, and it was released the same day.
Yep.
Another shadow drop. Chapter 2 was included with Chapters 1, so it was free update.
Very cool.
And I've heard that game is pretty awesome.
Yeah, if you liked Undertale, it's
right.
I mean,
Basically the same
it
thing.
goes right into there.
Yep.
I think I yesterday said that once he releases, he's going to release chapters 3, 4, and 5 of Deltarune all at the same time.
Awesome.
And sometime in the near future. Well, I mean, sometime in the future.
After that, we got a little.
I feel like I'm still super quiet. Am I super quiet over there?
Your voice is like, it's weird because like every time we record, I always worry about your voice.
Yeah.
But then when I listen to the recording, it seems like it carries. So I don't know.
Right.
Yours are always a little bit like I mean my voice is loud as fuck all the time. That's why I have myself way turned down compared to you guys, and it's still loud as hell. But with yours, it always has like that. But it always seems to be fine. I mean, you've heard like it seems to be.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess we'll find out.
Okay,
but it, like I know I've been watching because I see it and I'm just like.
I set it up again. We're redoing it. All right, wake up. All right, wake up. We're
Going
doing it
home,
again.
going to bed. Fuck this.
After that, there's your typical sizzle reel with indie games, but also Shin Megami Tensei 5 was thrown in there, which I was really weird. But you know what? That's another one of those games where it's like, yeah, you don't need to show more. It's Shin Megami Tensei 5, which is coming in November. Oh God, these next couple of months, I swear to God, I gotta like be careful with what I.
Well, then you get into next year, which is like February.
Oh my God, February is just stupid right now.
Well,
everything's getting delayed.
Just-
It's just dumb.
It's hard to do because I know I always have problems with it, but don't buy a game until you're going to play it.
I know. It's so tough.
And especially with things being digital now, there's no reason to
Right.
Buy it at launch and have it sit in your shelf in the wrap for 3 months.
Well, honestly, that for me, that's the thing. Shin Megami Tensei 5. That's that game for me. Like I want to play it, but I know how I am with those games too. Like where I have to get I don't sit down the minute I get it. I'll sit down the minute I get it, play it for like 2-3 hours, and then I'll get back to it like a couple months later or something like that. So yeah, that's something where I'll probably wait for that first sale on that game and then pick that one up. All right. After that,
Oh my God, there's more.
Oh, there's more.
oh, there's more. I was like, actually, I don't have. If someone wants to look up the exact cast for what we're about to go through,
Oh my God.
Nah,
my
Jesus
article
Christ.
here does. I can't believe I didn't. This is again my bad. I should have looked ahead of time. They did not have it here. So we are getting. I don't know if anyone remembers, but we are getting a Mario movie, Super Mario movie. It is being done by Illumination, so they are the same.
I say animated movie, right?
I looked up Mario movie cast and Bob Hoskins was first. Like, wrong.
Nope,
That's a wrong
not that one.
Mario
not
movie.
that one. Although I don't know if you saw, Amazon got new copies of that DVD.
Oh, really?
$4. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of half tempted.
I don't think the girls have ever seen that.
Oh.
The girls have watched the cartoon, the Super Mario Super Show. They watched
Hey,
that one.
that's not that bad. That's not
Oh,
that
the
bad.
TV show was
at
great.
all. It's
My kid
great.
watched the hell out of that.
Hell
The
yeah.
TV show was great.
He was more interested in the Zelda part, which kind of annoyed me.
Oh god, the Zelda one's terrible.
Oh, that one. I was saying the Zelda one's a different story.
Oh god.
He watched the Mario stuff, but he was really into the Zelda stuff, which
So yeah.
annoying.
Sorry.
no, I'm done.
So Mario movie's coming. Like I said, done by Illumination, the people that did the Despicable Me movies. They announced the release date of holiday 2022. More specifically in North America, it's coming out on December 21st.
Yep.
There was no trailer, not even any screenshots.
No, I mean, honestly, to me, the problem was like Miyamoto came up with like, oh,
Yeah,
Miyamoto's on the screen. What's going on? Oh, it's
we're in a Mario
movie.
shirt too, an old school Mario
Yeah.
shirt. It's like, ooh.
Oh man.
But the cast was announced, and I run to the bathroom really quick here.
I got you. I got
Mike, go ahead and run that off. And yeah,
All right, so we got Chris Pratt as Mario, Charlie Day as Luigi from Always Sunny fame, Anya Taylor-Joy from Queen's Gambit is Princess Peach. Jack Black as Bowser.
Can they make this a live-action movie now?
Hold on. I got thoughts. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. No, Donkey Kong in the Mario movie. Keegan Michael Key.
Yep.
The hyphen really fucked me up for some reason. I don't know why. Is Toad. Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong, which is also very interesting because Cranky Kong is the Donkey Kong from the original Donkey Kong game. You know about that?
No.
Yeah. So Cranky Kong is Donkey Kong from the Donkey Kong arcade game, and the new Donkey Kong is his grandson.
What happened to Donkey Kong Jr.?
Listen, I don't know all the bloodlines of all the Kongs. I just know about Cranky. Kevin Michael Richardson as is it Kamek? He's like the little turtle with the wizard hat.
Yeah.
Sebastian Maniscalco is Spike, a very funny comedian. If you haven't looked him up, I think that's all. I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
That's everybody.
Okay.
I don't want to poop on it before it comes out, or before we see it, or hear it, or whatever. Right?
I will poop on one. I don't care. That is Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
He was one of that thing that made almost the most sense to me because I can see his voice coming out of the.
You hear that laugh coming out of Donkey Kong?
Yes, I do.
Oh my god! I think that's my issue. Is this?
He got cast strictly because of that laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
So I don't know, man. Like I mean,
We'll
this
see.
is. Yeah, we'll see is the way to say it because I mean, there's no trailer, there's nothing we know about it yet. But like this is straight up like. This is to help people who have no idea what the context of all these things are buy this movie. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can think.
Right.
Of.
Can we just take this? Can I just get a buddy cop movie with Chris Pratt and Charlie Day?
Oh my god! Yes.
How did that happen as of yet? Actually,
I mean, it doesn't have to be buddy cop, just like in that vein.
Well, I think we need more buddy cops in our lives.
Well, that is true. That is true.
But like this also says to me that this is going to be one of those either like real world people get sucked into the Mario game,
And Jack Black can be the villain in the buddy cop movie.
or vice versa, where like all the Mario characters get sucked into the real world. But where does it make sense? Because it's Illumination, right? So
Right.
it would have to be real world to video game.
Yeah.
That's the only way that makes sense.
Yep.
I guess you could do the other way. It was all animated to real people too. Like if you go from video game to real life. But
yeah, you could. But I don't know. I don't think it's. I don't.
Oh, and the voice. I don't know what they didn't put on there, but the voice of Mario. I can't even remember his name right now. The actual guy who voices has been voicing Mario forever.
He's supposed to have like a. He's supposed to have like.
He has mystery cameos.
A bunch of cameos.
Right. So,
Which makes me think that I wonder if they're gonna like. You're gonna see like different generations of Mario kind of thing, and he's gonna like his voice for those or whatever.
I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be like a straight up fever dream whenever it comes out. It's gonna be some wonky craziness. But again, I'm not gonna judge it before I see it.
I mean, the fact that they're putting this kind of effort into it and everything too, it makes me feel like it's not gonna be like terrible,
It's
but
a big
like
cast.
yeah, it is. I mean, it's a good cast.
Take away that this is a Mario movie, all right, and we just see this cast. I'm like, this is what I mean. This is a lot of notable people,
right? And typical for Illumination.
Gotta hope.
Like look at like Despicable. Like if you go back and like if you really look at like Despicable Me and everything, the people they have is insane.
Go to the Secret Life of Pets cast.
Oh,
that's them too.
Yeah,
they have a ton of people.
That's right.
There.
Yep.
If you show me that cast list and tell me it's a movie, my first response is going to be, please God, tell me it's a comedy.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
We'll see.
I mean, I heard there was a tweet somewhere that said, talk about like trying to explain what they think they refer to as the hate boner that the internet had for this cast, and it was just like because I think it's people who watch this direct aren't necessarily the people who are like the main moviegoers like audience. So I think that's. They're trying to get millions of people into this thing to watch. They're trying to get They're trying to make hundreds of millions of dollars. And not,
of course.
If they're just gonna make like a true to life video game, they're just gonna make a video game instead. So I don't know. I don't know. We shall see.
Well, plus, I mean, when I'm tuning in for my video game news, I don't want to hear movie news.
But yeah, it was straight from Miyamoto as well. I was just like, I really thought something was going to happen.
I thought I thought he was gonna do like doing this fine, but I thought he was gonna have something else after that. Like even if it was like a, like I mean look at like Breath of the Wild 2. They've been teasing that for a while. Like even if it was like a Mario Odyssey 2 like teaser or something.
What will be the best of all this if they release a Mario Odyssey 2-ish game along with, I'm not saying like, in like arm in arm with the movie.
The movie is Mario Odyssey 2. You don't play it, you experience it.
Oh.
Okay, well that could be something.
That could be something shitty, yeah.
Hey, give it to me in 3D and all's forgiven.
Oh God. Give me a new Mario game and all's forgiven. That was my point I was trying to get to. Like, all right, we got a new Mario movie, new Mario game on the shelf.
Well,
like,
let's see. Let's see. We had Odyssey, so we're kind of due for probably a new side-scrolling Mario game, right?
No, we're due for another new Odyssey game because it's been that many years.
Due for a side scroller.
Shut up. They released those games already. They had the new Super Mario Bros. Wii U,
Yeah, and then they put out 3D World and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys I played 3D World? It wasn't for me. I don't know. Like the angular Mario doesn't work for me. And you go side to side or full 3D. Those are the only options.
Honestly, that game, it worked so well on the 3DS because that was what it was made for. Like the 3D aspect of it was incredible. And then after that, it's like the 3D world without the 3D though.
I was jumping off the world all the time. Yeah. Honestly, I couldn't get the angle right.
Play this game designed specifically for 3D without the 3D.
Yeah,
it didn't go out.
Yeah, no.
And Bowser's Fury was fine.
Yeah. After that, we got two more announcements after that, or two more stuff showing off after that. We got a brand new trailer for Splatoon 3. Showing off the multiplayer, showing off some new stuff, showing off the single player mode as well, the story mode. And it is scheduled to come out in 2022.
Yep.
It's looking awesome.
Yeah, the new basically like grappling hook thing that they showed was cool. Which
awesome.
is like it was like those like sticky hands you get like in the quarter machines. Yep. Like it was like one of those things where you propel yourself up.
That was awesome. And then the spider robots.
Yeah, very cool.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, very very cool. Hey, there's some neat ideas there. I don't know what I mean. They're really trying to build up a world in this one too. Like the
Splatsville.
Yeah, Splatsville, and all the mammals are dead, but there's still a couple mammals left. And it's like you're really kind of diving deep into this lore of this multiplayer shooter game. But
I have a feeling this one. Because because they added that story mode to 2,
right?
And I never played, but I heard it was actually pretty good. So I have a feeling that they're really going to dive into the story mode. I'm excited. I played quite a bit of Splatoon 2. Honestly, I enjoyed it a lot. So I'm excited for this one. And then finally, we have our first gameplay trailer of Bayonetta 3. It is coming in 2022, although it was very confusing at the end of that trailer because it got 2022 date got slashed by Virgil. We all believe, everyone's speculating it's Virgil, and we're all very confused because then the trailer just ended.
Yeah. So is that the date or what? Yeah,
right.
I
Exactly.
It's like I thought they were gonna have a new date pop in, and then it just didn't.
Or something. So, it was weird. But it's clearly this takes place between, I believe, 1 and 2 because of the type of Bayonetta that they showed off. So a couple weeks ago, the original voice of Bayonetta said, "I don't know what's going on. I've not been asked to voice Bayonetta anymore. Like I have not been involved or anything." And so that's when all the speculation started. Like, oh, they keep saying that it's happening, but is it actually happening, or has it been dead, or is this game dead and everything? So it seems like this is actually going to be, I believe this is going to take place in between 1 and 2, but in a alternative way, like because of the way they kind of already teased it. But it looked awesome.
Yeah, fighting kaiju.
Fucking kaijus. Oh hell yeah, kaiju fighting and kaiju riding along the buildings. That was insane. It looks fantastic. Yeah, my hype level's back.
Good.
Like, I mean, I was really excited for it, but then now I've gotten, it was one of those where it's like, I'm gonna stop thinking about this, especially after last E3. I think that was one of my predictions. I was like, they have to fucking show it.
Yeah, no show.
And it was nowhere to be seen. That kind of almost killed it for me. And thankfully, what was it? Here we go. Like three months later, woo, we're back, and I'm ready for it. We're back on the hype train.
He is ready to
for
be
it.
heard again.
I am ready to be heard again.
So that was it. That was the end.
And that was it.
The direct.
That was the
40 solid minutes.
40 solid minutes. It ran pretty much like 40 minutes.
Yep.
Honestly, I thought it was a pretty damn good direct overall.
This is one of those things where I recognize not a lot of it was for me, but I know that a lot of it was for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, I mean, it had some, like you said, it had the shadow drops, it had big announcements, showed some stuff that was missing for a while. Hit the new Kirby game, which we talked about a little bit,
Yep.
which does look exciting. So I think, I mean, it wasn't like it didn't blow my socks off, but I knew it blew some socks off. So I think overall, I think people seem to be fairly happy with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I would say the response. The response to this one was actually overall positive. Like overall positive. I mean, you're gonna still get your dicks,
of course.
But
you always get dicks.
Yeah, you fucking dicks. But no, overall it was positive, and I thought I thought it was good. I thought it was very good, and I don't like I said I don't believe them when they ever say they're focusing on a certain time frame, which is fine because and I'm okay with that because it's like, no, show me more. Like like they did focus a lot of stuff coming out, but they were focused on stuff for next year too, which is great. Like because you need to have that. You need to have those thoughts of, all right, cool, this is what I know what's coming out this year, but I also kind of want to get that feeling of what can I expect in the upcoming year and everything too. So,
but like you said, when you showed like Metroid Dread, like they could have done it completely without that.
Yeah,
like, stuff's coming out like in a couple of weeks. Just like don't bother. Like
right.
You know what I mean? Like there's really
Right.
no new information on here. Like the Mario Golf stuff was new. Like show that stuff, whatever.
The Mario Party stuff, that's fine too, because
Yeah.
you're like, hey, these are from the 64. These are the boards we're bringing.
There was some
and
new
stuff like
information
that.
there.
Exactly, and that's what you do. It's a party game. You can show as much as you want of a party game. Metroid Dread's a story-based game. Stop showing shit.
Yeah, it's like, but that, and they had a couple, announcing the announcements, a couple of those situations too.
God,
So it was like,
ridiculous.
there was a few things there. I was like, what are you doing? But like overall, like it felt like a pretty decent direct.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or did you rebuy
What'd
your
you think
stock,
about
Nintendo?
No.
No. All right. I think that's about it, guys.
That's it. Bedtime.
Woo.
What was there was some point in time I was not going to say something on the air, and I don't remember what that was.
God damn motherfucker.
What was it?
Son of a bitch. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I talk too much. I was going to share it with you later on, but I don't remember what it is. All right. So, I mean, next time, maybe do it in 2 weeks. Can we get back on schedule here for as long as
Well, this one technically is.
This one is. You're right.
This one is
You're
on
right.
schedule because that one posted Monday.
Right.
So actually, that one posted late, but we're on
late.
schedule from our recording.
Perfect. Back on track.
Yeah. So that
now.
one. So the next game. So the next one. Well, it depends on what's shown and stuff, but we could be talking about Tokyo Game Show because that's this upcoming weekend.
Oh yeah.
So there could be some good stuff coming out of that. We'll see.
We'll see. All right. See you next time, stickheads.